Good evening, everyone. It's Sparks here, back for more FF14. Last time around, we unlocked a new dungeon and made some progress with some of the quest lines. We are going to continue that today with us having now gotten the resources to continue the Fisherman quest. So let's get to it. I'm a bit tired, so this won't be a long stream, probably only about an hour, but we'll see how things go. A 10 fish of moonful is for top ticks. Yep. Yes, Fishbringer has brought lovely fish from Moonsea. First I catch of lovely fish is still fresh and being case of Toctix. Toctix has dreamings to taste lovely fish. Friendly friend Fishbringer has made true Toctix big dreams. Glory tales of Chuchur are no silly babble. Fishbringer is Fishbringer of fairy legends. Toctix make sure every god we know Fishbringer fairy got good. Wow. She thinks I'm blessed by a... Wow, I think I'm blessed by a fairy. Amazing. Congratulations, Fishbringer, famous fast-trading goblin. With fast-trading goblins is liable to bring you fortune. Though you might want to find a less pungent title, as to not to drive away other prospective patrons. What's in a title? Would you call Fishbringer by any other name that smells sweet? Alright. Yeah, that does look a little bit better. It is interesting seeing how some of these outfits evolve. But yeah, the other one we need to do right now is blacksmith, because we did just level it up. Both it and armor are definitely at a level where they can continue their stories, I think. Yeah, as iron sharpens iron. Alright. Been waiting for you to come and see me, lad. Seems you got yourself an admirer. I ain't talking about me neither. I'm talking about someone else. It was only a matter of time before folks started to ask the question about who was responsible for the guild's recent change of fortunes. You're a confidential soul out in Bloodshore? Because that's where your new admirer lives. Because y'all know the place. It's, in case you don't know the place, it's a favorite resort of those rich and famous. Aye, that's right. I'm talking about one of them. Asked for you by name, they did. Said they wished to commission the great arborism and no other. This could be your chance, lad. It ain't every day you get invited to curry favor such a wealthy bleeding climate. At first I thought it was from Birgot, who was watching over you, but I'm beginning to think that two-faced bugger and all thought might have taken an interest in you. And all. Anyway, you'll do it, won't you? Of course you blame will. The goddamn fool to refuse. You'll need to trouble that bastard Fizar for the details. Oh, and though it sticks in my throat to say it, I reckon you probably thank Chocoble's artist while you're at it. He's the one who's made this happen. Wow. Okay. Well, Metzsmith, I gather you've heard about your commission. Trust you understand what honor this is, as well as what's at stake. The high question is a distinguished personage with tremendously high expectations. Should you fail to live up to them, it will affect poorly on both you and your guild. As for myself, the last thing I need is a well-connected old Don telling his associates not to buy your products. Products I need hardly add, which I should very much like to sell now. In short, don't fail. Now that I believe I saw Miss Jessup arrive moments ago. She is our client's representative. Go inside and introduce yourself to her. She will explain the commission. Where's the... Oh, there. I've heard a great deal about you, Arbor, Sam. As you may have heard, my master was captivated by tales of your exceptional craftsmanship and thought you the ideal candidate to undertake a commission particularly important to him. By way of introduction, my master's estate boasts the most spectacular gardens in all of Costa del Sol. Its many botanical marvels owe much to the efforts of our chief groundsman, who has nurtured them since he was a lad. The dear old fellow has been with the family for generations now, and my master feels it is past time that his years of faithful service be recognized. I bear we are the tireless efforts of one little servant, and to present him with a broad example of the tool of his beloved trade. H.R. Mr. Azam, my master would like to commission a plumed iron hatchet, first order. No, with anything less than perfection we deemed unacceptable. We trust you will not disappoint us. Okay, this I can do. I'm pretty sure I actually have the plumed iron. All the ingredients for it as well. But before we start, I am going to make sure that I get the armor quest too. Because I will be a fool not to. Arbor, the man whose name is on everyone's lips. In case you didn't know, the entire guild seems to be holding its breath, waiting to see which side you'll come down on. The popular opinion is that you're ready to take up with Blamesteer. I have no such concerns, of course. Had you resolved to distance yourself from me, we would not be having this conversation. It does not change the fact that your allegiance remains subject to public debate, one which threatens the unity of the guild. I propose you spell our colleagues' unfounded anxiety by demonstrating affiliation in a manner that none may doubt or dispute. Specifically, I would have you accept the commission about your client on my behalf. That, I think, will serve as proof of both my faith in you and your support for the guild's present course. Tell me, how would you like to try your hand at crafting a suit of steel chainmail? The order comes from a resident of Costa del Sol, extremely wealthy and discerning gentleman who will accept nothing less than the finest quality armor. As you may imagine, his patronage is of great value for gift. I need hardly add that I would not trust this commission to an armor in whom I had aught less than it of most faith. The client's maidservant, Nora Twib, will supply you with the finer details of the order. She should be here in the city conducting business at the Fisherman's Guild as we speak. Alright. I think I have most of the materials needed. Greetings and salutations. When an artist and another lives amongst his famed artisans. I'm sorry, the commission? Oh dear, it seems to be some confusion. We're entrusted by Master's commission to a veteran craftsman for a single organization. You are acquainted with Blaine Steer. His reputation precedes him, you see, and I saw little reason to doubt that a man of his experience should be assigned a task. But I don't mean just Jesse. At least I'll justify my own misapprehension. Regrettably, though the situation may be, I would hesitate to shame your colleague of stripping on his commission. Given all the sterling work he has done for us in the past. Yet I can well imagine that you are loath to return to your superior empty-handed. Assuming the finished armor is of exceptional quality, master will provide full remuneration regardless of the hand that forged the links. Now it would be best for all concerned if you discuss the matter with your fellow armorer. Yeah. This sounds like he took a job without consulting the actual person in charge. Which is really bad of him. Like, this is actually a business. Not just a guild, it's an actual business. And he shouldn't, and there's a person in charge. Well, if he has his lapdog, I heard about your little show of allegiance. I suppose Northwood told you I snatched that commission from right under your nose, did she? So these guys also throw in a little predicament, don't we? I'm laying out to hand the job back to you on a silver gleaming platter. Don't mean I want you to give up either. As you see, this is a perfect chance to find out who's the better armor. See which of us has walked the right and proper path. I'm talking about contest of skills, boy. Which of us crafts the finest suit of chainmail gets the job. Remember, this boat pays good coin for a reason. He wants the best and he ain't got silver less. Not that he'll have to, of course. Your armor needs to be bloody flawless, to bear in mind. So our mate will be getting his money's worth whatever happens. Once you're ready, bring your armor back here and we'll lay it out next to mine. We've both got our pride, so I reckon we can judge the results fairly for ourselves. Now bugger off. Okay. Well. I'll need to get the materials together for this. I'm pretty sure I do have all the materials needed. I just need to get them from my people. So let's see. I'm pretty sure Green Waters has steel ingots. Do I actually have any iron ingots, or have I used up all my... Ooh, I actually have used up all my materials. But I do have enough to make more. Do we have enough walnut lumber? Yes. So nailbird and render ray. Again with this? Come on, guys. Or bots, rather. The chat rules are explicit. I think there's only one I need. Yep. Double check that I have. Ooh, okay. We need to make another steel ingot. So means we'll need at least 2 more iron ore. And silver. has bomb ash on her, of which we'll need one. Pretty sure I have some. No? Okay. Oh, we'll need to get some then. So let's see if we have all the ingredients for that. Yeah, I saw it. Lena Rana should have both a cotton yarn, of which we need one, and the Jew thread, which again, only need one. Okay, so firstly we'll need to switch back to this class to craft the undyed velveteen. Alright, we got the undyed velveteen. Then we need to make some steel rings. Alright, that's our steel ingot. Alright. And woo, one more. We got our rings. And yay! Finished. Alright, next we need to make a plumbed iron hatchet, for which we'll need to briefly turn back into a carpenter. We can use some high quality walnut lumber. Alright. think when we hit the half-hour mark on this stream, then we need to take a short break to go get myself a drink of water, because my throat's feeling a bit dry. Alright, well, we got the iron ingot now, so I think we can proceed. Ooh, excellent quality! Yay! Should do it. Do you have the hatchet? Yes. My, though I count myself no expert in such matters, even I am sensible to this hatchet's quality. It's magnificent. Master Phasar's words and not do you justice. You're a veritable prodigy, sir. Your hatchet is more work of art than a tool. When my fingers along its smooth leather grip and gaze upon this flawless sparkling blade, I find that I am moved. It seems a great shame to allow such a masterpiece to be used for mere gardening, but tools are made for a purpose. Perhaps as the blade dulls and the grip wears, it will gain a different sort of beauty. But I'm beginning to sound like our chief groundsman, such a gentle soul. Quite sure he will see the artistry in your creation. Why, it may even serve to inspire him in his own craft. Should be proud. On behalf of my lord, I thank you, Albert Azem. Pray give my regards to Master Phasar. You certainly rose to the occasion. Expertly done, Smith. And it seems Miss Chisawib has marked you out as a crafter of outstanding skill. If her master agrees with her assessment, this may well be the first of many such commissions. You have every right to be proud. I suppose your mentor will want to know what's transpired. I swear your talents are truly wasted serving that fool. You may tell him I said so if you wish. You're a damn good smith, Albert. You can do better. I think I am quite happy with my current boss, thank you. I think he has a fine job in guiding me. Aha, there you are, lad. Well, tell us how it went then. Huh? He said that, did he? Cheeky sod. Talking like he knows what it means to be a smithy. There ain't no one as knows better than me. I've only ever wanted what's best for you. I remember the day you first walked in here, you know? It was clear to me even then that you'd got a will of iron. Something in your eyes there was. Something that's told me you'd give your all to the craft. Not for coin or for fame. For the sake of making something good. And that's just what we need around here. So don't let us down, Arbor. Stick with us, and we'll do right by you. Ugh. Hold on. I hate that color. Ugh. Let's see. I think I'd like to change it to something blue. Yeah. Much better. Wait. Didn't I? Yeah, I was gonna say. Is my... Ah, that's why. Okay. Yeah, let's go, just clearing some space by getting rid of stuff that I'm not likely to use. Because I have since acquired better things. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Just doesn't make sense to hold on to these once they're finished with, but the materials that you can get from desynthesizing them is worthwhile. So that's actually why I held on to them. Alright, that should do. Well, pressure too much for you, lad? Or have you found fish putting a chainmail together? Yeah, here it is. Enjoy. Alright then, let's have a look, shall we? Indeed, let's. By Biragot's beer, where'd you learn to forge links like that? It's bloody perfect. Rogue himself would struggle to stick a dagger through that steel. And look at that luster. Strength and beauty in equal goddamn measure. As I should be praising the builder for dropping a gift like yourself in her lap. You're unfair and swear, Harper. I'll not bother to lecture you anymore. I'll take your beauteous blade chain off the Norbert myself and let her know who it was that crafted it. That's an old tradition among us armorers. In case you didn't know, the loser of these contests gets the job of delivering the victor's goods. Gloat all you can, lad. Just join us out at the top of the list. This ain't over, not by a long shot. Aww, he thinks he's a threat. Sorry, I keep making that joke over there, but honestly, it's how I feel about this guy. Like, anytime somebody, like, challenges my character, it's like, aww, aren't you precious? Well, let's take a look at where we're at. I'm pretty sure we're done in Limsa now, with regards to Discipline of Hand quests. Because, let's see, Carpenter is done, so that's done. Blacksmith and Armor are done for now. Goldsmith is Ul'dah, so we'll need to go to Ul'dah for that. Leatherworker, up to date. Weaver, need to go to Ul'dah for that. Alchemists, need to go to Ul'dah for that. Culinarian, up to date. Land quests. Botanist, up to date. Ul'dah for miner. And up to date on Fisher. Okay. Discipline of War. Ul'dah, Kurthus. Gridania, Ul'dah, Gridania. Okay. So we got 2 missions in Gridania, but most of the missions that we have are in Ul'dah. But we do need to go to Gridania. Was it just... make sure I haven't missed it. Yeah, it's literally just for 2 magic missions. So we'll switch over to Summoner. Teleport to New Gridania. Go into a be right back for a moment while I run and get myself a drink of water. When we get back, we shall continue and do the Summoner quest. So see y'all in a little bit. Alright, I have water if I need it. So. Let's get back into it. The Lancers Guild is the closest place. Now this is where we get Summon Titan. Titan's essence infuses your aura, Albert, as we see no further obstacles preventing us from attempting the next ritual. Shall we proceed with the austerities of Earth? You have every confidence that you will succeed in binding Titan Eggy to your will. From my research, the most suitable location for the ritual is a place found to the southwest of Alder Springs in the North Shroud. A heretofore buried layer of ancient rock exposed by the violent upheaval of the calamity has led the surrounding area an overwhelming earthen aspect. The conditions will be perfect. I will await you at our destination, Albert. Yeah, I think I know the place she means. Once I see it in the map. There's golems hanging around that area. So it would be a very appropriate place. Nope. Ignoring the enemies as we make our way there. Look straight to the story. If I have to fight something along the way because it's too close, then I will. Set fire fire we concentrate on shifting the balance towards the spectrum of Earth. Once you have achieved the required state of earthen affinity, the primal's captured essence will tumble forth and coalesce into the stony form of Titan Egg. As before, you must demonstrate unflinching authority if you would convince the newborn avatar to heed your commands. Let us begin. Sound? Yes, apparently I can. There it is. Mini Titan. I do love the Eggies. Here shakes the road, shakes the very ground. You win? Oh, well done, Arthur. Ooh, hello. Who is this? I come in search of elegant relics. What I find but a pair of incompetent dabblers. In what jest of fate did you chance across such undeserved power? And who might you be, sir, to so boldly question our accomplishments? If you have indeed unlocked the secrets of summoning, then you must be in possession of the very treasure I seek. How terribly convenient. May only slay you both and take what I need from your bloody corpses. Gods below, a summoner? But how? cease your infantile proud. The duration of my divine work far outweighs the worth of your pitiful lives. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. That's good. Not but Asher remain in your defend yourself, however. My words are no empty threat. I guess explosive bomb will burn nonetheless. Dear God, his power is building. Something's happening. Why do you struggle so? You are willing to accept oblivion, but delays the inevitable. Leave the avatar of the flame, incinerate these fools, and all consuming hellfire! What? Feel nature's fury, you vile blackguard. I'm tired of this childish game. Thank your gods for granting you another day of miserable existence. He's gone. We're a decidedly unpleasant fellow. I like that my Eggy just summoned itself to help me. It's nice. Well, I just returned to Upkalu Falls. I have no desire to linger here and chance another encounter with whoever that deranged mage was. I must say, I'm not expecting another practitioner of the summoning arts. And I also did not expect to be suddenly fighting for my life. The precious treasure that we carried of this callous stranger was so willing to kill us to possess it. Such mysteries aside, I am most glad you were able to secure Titan Aggie before the summoner decided to unleash his fiery avatar. Without his protection, I doubt we would have survived that conflagration. The Aggie of Earth, as was so aptly demonstrated, is not a force to be trifled with. You should certainly take the time to explore its capabilities, as well as its limitations. Be careful, however, not to neglect other magics at your disposal. Meanwhile, I shall confer with my colleagues and the Sons of St. Connaught, and see what I might learn of that hostile summon. We shall meet anon. Yay. And I also leveled up. Alright, well. We're we're now going to switch over to White Mage and teleport over to Tranquil. Okay. Now, where's... There we go, over there. Regen, which grants a healing over time effect. That is useful. Arbor. Looking ever more the White Mage, I see. Yeah, I fear you are as ready to form the quietening as a chocobo chick is to carry a wood whaler clad in full plate. Take heart, for we all must begin somewhere. Today I would teach you the art of communing with the elementals. This is, by any measure, the very foundation of our art, the means by which we preserve harmony between the forest and our people. Not far from Sorrel Haven you shall find a tree, a mere sapling in the shadow of the guardian tree, one that has likewise been consumed by anger and fear. I would ask you to placate this tree. The process is quite simple. Stand before the tree and raise your hands. Commune with the elementals that reside within. And attune yourself to them until your feelings are in absolute harmony. Be forewarned, however, an elemental can be as stubborn as my dear brother. Don't be surprised if you find your honest plea rebuffed, and foul creatures have to drive you from the forest. No matter what happens, you must remain calm. Dispatch the creatures, settle your heart, and speed to the tree once more. If your heart is true, your voice will reach the elemental airline. Remember this, Oliver. Under no circumstance must you allow your anger and fear to overcome you. As practitioners of white magic, the magic of suffering and solace, such emotions are anathema to our very existence. Okay. Sorrel Haven is near Bent Branch. Or at least it's the nearest fast travel point. Technically speaking, I'd go back to Gridania and use one of its exits to get a bit closer, but... It's fine. Of course he... Ugh. Sorry. My stomach is a little unsettled. It's not responding well to anything I consume right now. But I need water, so yeah. I forgot that my chocobo timed out and I forgot to do something. While I'm in this area, I might as well as head over to Hawk Manor and take out the enemies there that are on the hunting log. Nope, not really. A bit further south. There. Don't care, 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 there. Alright. Who has this thing on their hunting log anyways? Damn it! I'm trying to change jobs so I can fight this guy's job. So it's not this one. Or this one. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. There we go. I knew at least one they did. It was kind of hard to forget the fact that one of these from this level has come back here. Like, I think I'm pretty sure it's more than one. Love the jump ability. Damn it. Okay, page one other hunting log called for these guys. Or have I already done that? Yeah, apparently. Okay. It's just, wow, okay, it is just the gloves that I need for this class. A short while ago, I sensed the great anger abate. The forest is quieter, more welcoming now. It would seem you have passed your first test, Albert. The trees are the elementals, and the elementals are the trees. The lush verdure of the forest is inseparable from the spirits that dwell within it. But you do not need to hear this from me. Doubtless you feel it yourself when you heal with that tree. Above all else, the elementals prize harmony. In a sense of threat to harmony, they summon forth all the power set at their disposal to expose it. For so long have we lived in peace with the elementals. Why now do they turn against us? I can offer no answer, only theories. One thing is certain, it has quelled the Great One's fury, And do it soon, lest Gridania bear the full brunt of the forest's wrath. To soothe the forest wounds and restore harmony, that is our duty as mages of the light. It is a responsibility of Shen's race or nation. I sensed your success in soothing the ailing tree, and am more certain of this than ever. Sadly, many cannot see past established practices and traditions, my dear brother among them. One would hope for a bit more open-mindedness given his youth, but alas, his pride as a padre will not permit it. For my part, I am not entirely unsympathetic to his concerns. The task before us is too great. I must bring him around to see reason. But how? Forgive me, Albert. I will be alone with my thoughts for a while. Worry not. I will find a way to deal with Oru. No problem. I can leave her to her thoughts. After all, it's dead now. I need to go practice with it. Okay. I think our next stop will be the one class that is off on its own. There are quests in this area, probably because we've reached a certain level. But I don't want to do them yet, because the main scenario hasn't took us here yet. The only reason I'm in Kurthus is to do the level 35. Okay, there is a leaves option. I should probably take that quest at the very least. Or wait, can I? No, I don't have any allowances left. I won't have any more allowances for at least another hour. Well, at least I have a lot of quests to look forward to when we eventually travel to this area. Elusive jump. It is pleasing to see how readily the dragon stirs within you. Show great potential, Albert. Potential that may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Justinian is no ordinary recruit. Even when set against the legendary Azores of ages past, the man is considered second to none. Such is his prowess, in fact. The day he was chosen by the Eye, it was proclaimed that Haldrath the Dragon's Eye had been born. I mean not to disparage your skill, Albert. Justinian in your current state would be tantamount to suicide. As promised, I shall train you in the way of the Dragoon, that you might face Justinian as an equal. Before we commence, however, it is only fitting that you are edified regarding Oranges. They all began a millennium past, when our forebears resided in the southern plains in humble circumstances. The Fury, pressed by the spirit of ancestors, decided it was meet that she make them her own. So did she appear before Haldrath's sire, a man of courage and integrity, named Thordan, and bade him lead her people to the Promised Land, who will become the great nation of Ishgard. The journey brought them to a wide chasm, whereupon Thordan and his people set to building a bridge. It was then that a dark shadow descended upon them, the great worm Nidhogg. Heedless of his own safety, Thordan fearlessly charged the colossal beast. Alas, he was pushed into the chasm by one of his own, a man seduced by the worm, and fell to his death. Taking up his slain sire's lance, Haldrath hurled himself at Nidhogg, even as tears streamed down his face. The confident ancient was the young man, his hand guided by Halone. By a mighty thrust that prized out Nidhogg's eye, with a terrible roar of pain, the great worm took wing and fled, while jubilation reigned below. Ishgard's priceless relic is none other than the eye taken from Nidhogg that day. Jesus. Clearly magic, obviously, for the fact that it survived this long. It is a veritable wellspring of dragon power. Even so removed from its owner, it can exert control over the hearts of men. Haldrath himself felt its malign influence, but his love of justice brooked no corruption, revealed with the power, claiming it for his own. And so it was the first Azor Dragoon was born. Being derived from our foe, the power of the dragon is a thing to be loathed. But as Haldrath proved to us all, so long as our hearts burn with justice, do not fear being taken in its thrall. But what is justice precisely? Justice assumes many shapes and forms. Ardbert, and none can say that one is greater than another. As long as you hold fast to your beliefs and stay true to yourself, you leave no room for the power of the dragon to master you. Enough of history. Let us return our attention to the present. And I, by the name of Sir Brucemont, will see to the next stage of your training. Seek him out at Witchdrop. Okay. I like that we're fully kitted out except for the lads. Why am I walking? Witch's Drop is on the other side of this. Oof. Okay, too much earlier. My stomach is not happy about it. Like, I need hydration from water. But yeah, it's annoying. And this person has him back. I love it. I do wonder where that particular mount comes from. Okay. Damn it. Because I got spotted by an enemy, that counted as a fall by, well, in combat, which means we took full damage from it. That's frustrating. We'll have to walk down there. The enemies are too closely grouped together to do otherwise. Training will involve. So the adventurer seeks to become a dragoon. Sir Albrecht speaks of legends and chosen ones, but I would see you prove yourself in a more practical fashion with your lads. Defend yourself. You have some skill, I will give you that. The glow of your soul crystal. Perhaps Sir Albert was not wrong about you after all. Now return to him. Your training here is complete. Okay. I see why this place gets its name, though. Like, if you wanted to execute a witch, certainly a high enough place to drop them from. Jeez. That is probably the actual origin of it as well. Like, Ishgard is very much inspired by, like, Christian nations such as the Vatican. So, yeah. Somebody flying above there? I thought I saw a person, but maybe I was mistaken. Sorry, just... my elbow is suffering the worst of the side effects with my skin condition right now, so to apply some ointment to soothe it. The soul dragon grows ever stronger within you, Albert. Clearly your trial was a rousing success, and you only observed your crystal to know as much. Yes, though you've only just begun to walk the path of the goon, it is clear you possess the talent to become a Stygian's equal. Go forth and make the powers you obtained your own. When the time is right, we shall proceed with your training. Oh dear. Alright, so next stop. Hold on. Because we have so many quests to do there. We're going to start by doing the ones that are close together. Translates to goldsmith and monk. Albert, something awful has happened. It's Gigi. Instead of behaving better, he's acting even worse. A traveling merchant was here not a bell ago to discuss a potential contract with us. Amidst the negotiation, Gishi commented on men's jewelry, claiming such tawdry baubles are beneath even linens and whore. Jesus Christ! I'm surprised the man became quite upset and stormed off. Our members understand that Gishi can be a harsh critic, but this foreign gentleman, Ruratan, was visiting us for the first time. If I were a guild member, we might have overlooked if it were a guild member, overlooking him, but he was a potential business partner. God, this is a disaster for the guild. Let's make it up to him. Can you help me, Albert? Lord Gigi offended me. We're discussing a bulk order of malachite earrings. By way of apology, we'd like to offer Lord Return a pair of these. The finest we can craft. If the gods are good, they'll forgive us for the incident. You're one of our best, so I'd like you to craft them. When they're ready, please present them to me for inspection. Okay, so first we'll need to make some malachite and silver ingots. Pretty sure I have some silver ingots, so it's just some malachite. Do I have any raw malachite? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Good. Okay. Let's also go ahead and switch to the next and continue this quest too. Ah, just the pupil I was hoping to see. I was a hair's breadth setting out on my own. To look at you? Yes, I sir, you appear to have been growing in brawn at the expense of brain. Jeez, rude. Okay, well, let's measure some ether, shall we? By we, I mean you. Oh, and the monk simpleton? Of course, though contrary to his nature, he has already set out for the destination I assigned him. Thinking perhaps that you are far too stupid to take, much less understand if your greetings. It is true, you are stupid. Mate, do you want me to help you or not? Because if so, stop insulting me. Jeez. But the etherometer shall do all the work for you and transmit the data back to me. As souls more suited to action, among simpleton and yourself, and you only carry the device on your person instead of beating on things as you always do. I shall compare data as you trudge about hither and yon. Ether is not only the source of all magic, but also the fount of all life. Right, so ubiquity? It remains imperceptible. The living thing dies, the ether comprising its life is released. When this discharge takes place, or shall that ether remain lingering in the physical world? Don't you have Babel, ethereal crystallizations, Babel physical manifestations, apparitions of the deceased, Babel, luminescent glow, Babel, known as the ethereal threshold. I would actually like to be able to hear what he says. I am fascinated by the lore. But oh well. In short, the more violent and dramatic the loss of life, the greater the amount of ether left behind, either its imperceptible form or in crystallization. Where are the most lives lost in this manner? Cemeteries. No, false-witted battlefields. Do you not see? With their greetings of those locations, we can discern the scale and more of the battles that took place there. As for those fool beliefs the monk will keep, chakras, spiritual energies, and whatnot, my words will allow that they truly exist. The inclined to say they are one and the same as ether itself. Ether churning around those ancient balance sites comes to naturally settle in the surrounding life, both plant and animal, though more so in the latter. It accumulates within them, felling these beasts and releases that ether, causing a surge of resonance with ether movement, causing it to expand. The so-called opening of chakra. By this, the very power of life itself grows. More done explanation, but adequate for one of your mental prowess. You could go into more detail. I actually would like to know more. I believe my wife never had the patience for such things either, nor my passion. She cursed me and my work, took our children, returned to Alamiko. But now is not the time for that tale. Well, now I understand why he's so angry. He's a bitter divorcee. There I am placing you in charge. Is blood short and still nausea? Places barometer in appropriate location after a spell, retrieve and bring it to me. I obtain the data I require, and you and the monk simpleton are afforded the chance to indulge your shipwreck charming little backward fantasies. All are happy. Until I refer you have a knowledgeable understanding of bloodshore history, here we lack the time for me to educate you. You have to tell you my research the presence of your screen. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and go over to Sapphire Exchange. Nailbird can have the malachite. Just need to retrieve 2, because that's what we need to be doing. And then water should have our silver ingots. 2. There we go. Wait, no, I didn't need to stand up. Right, there we go. Let's go bring these back. Are the earrings ready yet? Yes. Such rich, vibrant greens. Even I couldn't have done a better job of cutting the stones. They are very pretty. Despite being relatively commonplace, malachite is quite sought after, owing to its supposed power to ward off evil. Pieces bearing swirls that resemble an eye are especially popular. Too bad malachite is extremely toxic and you actually shouldn't wear it as earrings. Or any piece of jewelry, really. Superstition notwithstanding, it does indeed have some mild thaumaturgical properties. I must say, I think you've really outdone yourself, Arbor. Pray that Royal Tom will feel the same. Much as I would like to apologize in person, I'm not sure he would be willing to hear me out, so I would like you to deliver the earrings. Before I left, Royal Tom mentioned we had other business to conduct the Ruby Road Exchange. Chances are you'll find him there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to have to toilet very soon. Give me a moment just to... I'll try and... No, I can't. I cannot wait any longer. Sorry, just needed to run to the toilet there, so I am back now. Let's get back into it. And hello, welcome into the street. Oh god, it's not a guild goldsmith. Let me make myself clear. I just want to discuss a potential partnership. You don't know what I have done to offend your guildmaster and her assistant. I understand that I no longer welcome. Now please leave me in peace. Really now, I don't want to hear it. I just need me 12. I've never seen such fine craftsmanship. From Mistress Serendipity and Specious. I never imagined the guildmaster would go so far as the person who crafted. But you are the one who crafted these? Not the fair guildmaster? Gods do indeed work in mysterious ways. I don't believe I have probably introduced myself. I am Reborn, traveling entrepreneur. I go wherever opportunity beckons, buying for a guild and selling for two. Long I have wandered the realm in search of fine accessories, as well as the talented goldsmiths who craft them. And you are precisely the sort of artisan I endeavor to meet. I would be honored if you allow me to purchase more of your fine merchandise. Permit me to sell your wares and we'll both be wealthy in no time. But forgive my impertinence. You are a guild goldsmith and I must go through the proper channels. Very well, I will meet with Mistress Serendipity once more. Please give my card to the guildmaster, inform her that I shall contact her again soon to resume contract negotiations. Yeah, this time we'll keep the crazy rabbit out of the room. My stomach really does not feel good. I think I will try and wrap up the quests that are actually relevant to classes and then call it for the day after that. Welcome back, Albert. While you were gone, I performed some basic maintenance on Chi-Chi. I'm not sure if I fixed the problem or if there was even a problem to begin with, but what about Roverton? Did you find him? The size of this tiny square of hard parchment, or jam-packed with the life and times of traveling Lalafell and entrepreneur Roverton? Wonderful news, Albert. Not only has he forgiven us, he desires a business partnership even more than before. I knew it was right to count on you, Albert. There's something about your work that moves people, something that touches the soul. It is a gift, and it can't be taught, much as I wish it could. No, you've always had it in you. As you grow more skilled, you'll only become better at expressing it. I am certain that was part of Overtron's decision. Since we know he'll request your services when he next visits, we best work hard until the time comes. I intend to. Alright. Let's switch over to the last page. Where we can learn Blizzard 3. I sense the black magic within you has grown stronger, Albert. You have earned the right of my audience. I am pleased to see that you do not fear your newfound powers, but then you adventurers wherever wants to embrace the new. You are now ready to set forth on your journey, to find the keys required to seal the void gate. Hear me well, for mine are Master's own words, and his those of Malfall himself. The next key requires the blood of sacrifice. Travel to the Gully Desert in South Valland. Slay what fiends emerge from the plane of Fisher there, and slake land's thirst with their lifeblood. Once drunk, its essence shall be borne away upon the ethereal veins of the earth, and then serve to notify our friends of the wastelands that the time has come. Complete the task before you, and the Black Mage testimony you carry will shine full with a new light. Light to envelop and absorb evil. Light to show you destruction and guide you to righteousness. This light is the key. Take it into you, where it will forever burn bright. That is all. Do you accept what you must do? Yes, I do. And before we start, so I set up my magic slots so that Blizzard 3 goes right where I need it to. Alright, next, the last one that's in this area is Chamber of Mirrors. Oh, that's cute. It's down there. Alright, reduces damage taken. You have earned the right to call yourself a paladin. But how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart and strive always to be an exemplar of true virtue. Once not so long ago, the Sultan's sworn could walk the streets with their heads held high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude. No one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father promised to take me to a local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost and stumbled into a secluded dark back alley. Luck was not with us, because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd. We were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. That's when the captain saved us from our plight. Never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow. In seconds, the hunters were on the ground or fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels, before my father had time to thank him. Even today, I can see the captain as he was then, blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After all, that's all I ever wanted to be was a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one Sultan's sworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in the training yard and the last to leave. Sorry, just feeling a really bad flare-up of my barriers around my neck, so just want to apply some cream there. And so the years passed. Before I knew it, I found myself named captain of the Sultan's Sworn. The triumph was hollow, because by then the honor of the Sultan's Sworn elite, the very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like a scarred banner of a defeated foe. There are many reasons for the fall. Lost Oathkeeper, yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan's Sword by the then Sultan of Uldal. In time it became our standard, the symbol of the oaths we had sworn, and it was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of the Sultan's sworn command. But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our brotherhood to the core. How can we be trusted to protect the Sultana if we cannot even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We have been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. The Sultan's sworn are to survive. We must find the traitor and recover Oathkeeper. While the Sultan's sworn have grown too weak, we cannot do it ourselves. Forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a great thing that we ask. And you must learn more of our secrets if you are to succeed. In Arlanos, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Putting yourself against a host of the beasts would be a fine way to hone the skills I will teach you. In the grove, you'll find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense to drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. Okay. Well, 2 of the missions are taking us to Lemnosia, so we'll go do them first. Continue on. We're leaving. Yeah, that was good. Wonder how many rounds of this will get. Strong enemy. Ah well, we're stuck fighting it now. Okay. That's that one done. We'll switch over to monk next and do that one. Alright. Down with the barometer. Go there. Turn into a black mage. Ugh. Alright, well. Alright. For the Void Scent Blood. And now return to Old Dog. It is done then. The blackness you have awoken has yet to settle within you. Time is needed for a pretty depiction. Do you practice your mastery of the arcane and come to me once more when the dark art is as much as you it? Yay, Blizzard 3. Ugh. Have you brought the thermometer? Yes. Seems the device has suffered some damage. Such things are unavoidable in this line of work. I must see to its repair at once. That is, after all, why I put up here at the Goldsmiths Guild. My thermometer is an ordinary device. I came up with the elaborate design myself, and the finest engineers like Garland Ironworks draft the schematics, and then commissioned the most talented goldsmiths to fabricate it. Rigel delivered the results of his outing not long ago. I must insist that you take your leave of me now. There's a wealth of data for me to analyze, and I fear that simply having you nearby will somehow affect the processing power of my brain. Wow, he's so fucking rude, and I really want to punch him. Repairing the thermometer and determining which location to next investigate will occur some time. Why don't you go and train those muscles of yours, or whatever it is you do in my absence? Jesus. He is so lucky that working with him helps to develop my monk skills. Otherwise, I would not put up with his treatment of me. Well done. You've taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I still don't have word of where the traitor is hiding. I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Man. Okay. There you go. Okay. Let's just see where we're at for the other classes. Because now I think we're up to date on... Yep, we're up to date on everything relating to combat classes. As for discipline of hand... Weaver and Alchemist both have quests. I'll start with Alchemist as it has multiple. My able assistant, I recognize that look of intense hunger. You waist deep in the mire of alchemy. Well, it is that you display such desire. I stand ready with a task that will further test and expand your proficiency. I have a request from an arcanist by the name of... Well, I have a request from a certain arcanist. He requires an alchemist to construct for him an engraved hard leather grimoire. But as is so often the case, an art is not as simple as it first appears. logs, one of the materials used in creation of the tome, will not be found in a local dawn stall. This falls you to take up botany and gather materials yourself. Or, almost as bothersome, scour the market boards of Sapphire Avenue Exchange. And as if this endeavor were not already sufficiently laborious, the client also requests that the tome be enhanced with materia. Must I explain materia to you? Very well. Materia is the crystallized essence of a well-used piece of gear, physical manifestation of an item's history with its wielder, if you will. It is not well understood exactly how these crystals work, but they have the effect of improving the properties of the object to which they are attached. Don't expect me to provide a lecture on the intricacies of crafting materia. There's a goblin at the bonfire in central Downland who is more than willing to babble on about such things. Munimix, yes, that was his name, Unimix. As for the type of material, they're kind of specific in its lack of specificity. You are free to experiment with whatever kind you wish. Glorious. Bring the material enhanced tome to me once it is complete. Meanwhile, I shall be sifting through my memory for the name of our client. Right, okay. Well, first we'll need to make everything. So I know I have hard leather already. Yeah, I have plenty of hard leather. logs. I do have one. Now, to make this part, the hard leather, we'll need enchanted iron ink, hard leather, elm log, which I got, cotton yarn, which I got. Okay. We basically have all of the ingredients we need. We just need to go and make a few of them. So, Mailbird has, I believe, the iron sand, for which you'll need 2, because you'll need 1 iron So yeah, what else? Nothing from this one. Yew log, elm log. Alright, sorry there. We actually need one more. There we go. I think that should do it. Ah, we almost forgot the viscous secretions that Silva should have. As for materia, what to do? Yep. Okay. And have every confidence in your aptitude for these time-consuming errands. You recall your task? Yes. Yeah. Here it is. I accidentally skipped ahead there. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm glad to have you back. Oh, no, a moment too soon. You may see. Sorry if I don't respond to messages quickly. I'm very much focused on playing the game as it's very late and I would like to go to bed soon, but I want to wrap up all the content that I plan to play today. So let's get through it. Now, a moment too soon. You may see for yourself the Arcanist reaction to your undoubtedly fine work. As an employer, they should visit the guild forthwith, thus avoiding the tiresome business of delivery. Great Thalamin, is this masterful creation to be my grimoire? And look, it has bound material, just as I asked. Would you expect aught else from the assistant of the guildmaster himself? In our case, before you depart, perhaps you might favor the creator of your new tome with an explanation of its nature. I mean, the one I've made doesn't look as nice as the one that he has equipped, but Nature by grimoire? Well, yes, of course. For an arcanist to weave his spells, he must conjure in his mind the image of a distinct mystical diagram known as arcane geometries. These geometries are inscribed upon the pages of the grimoire, such as the one you constructed at my request. The most important aspect of a grimoire is the quality of the ink used to illustrate its pages. Geometries drawn with ink that is especially conductive to the flow of ether allows the arcanist to more effectively channel his magical strength. Okay, that's cool. Thus, when one is in need of a new grimoire, one must turn to an expert in the making of this liquid gold, an alchemist. And Thaliac be praised, I was blessed with the attention of a true artiste. Should I ever wish to add to or enhance my tome, exactly to whom I will turn. Thank you, Master Alchemist. Master Alchemist now, is it? I suppose you must appear so to the uninitiated. Faulty perspective though it may be, it is cause for exultation. You should cast aside modesty and bask in the glow of your accomplishments. Do let your ambitions wither in the shadow of satisfaction, unless of course you wish to remain an assistant forever. Oh, believe me, I intend to keep going getting better. Yay, we leveled up. Actually, we're very close to level 30, so who knows, maybe doing this mission will get us there. Ah, you served me most delicate stage of my experiments. Your timing is, that is to say, my dear assistant, it cannot be more fortuitous. For you see, once again, my incomparable colleagues have foisted upon me a most unstimulating assignment. Gradual consternation at this continued effrontery. But when I consider the ease with which you performed your prior task, my desire to find a greater challenge to test your alchemical aptitude, the solution to this or situation becomes glaringly obvious. Thus do I turn over this misappointed duty to a more fitting recipient. Your task this day is to manufacture a pinch of the highest quality natron. You do understand this order cannot be fulfilled with an average sample, yes? I feel I must warn you, the quest for greater quality may ensnare you with an entirely new level of obsession. Okay, so we built natron, we need effervescent water, which I do have some, and rock salt, which we also have some. So yay, we have all the ingredients we need to complete this mission. We just need to go get them. Let's see, it was Nailbird who has it, I believe. There's the quality achieved. And there's the item made. Now we need to go deliver it. How fare you in your quest for quality nature? I understand only too well the lure of attaining perfection. For an alchemist, the timing of results must also be a consideration. Is the second through your label? Yes, the substance is indeed natron. What a pinch of powdery magnificence it is. With this level of quality, perform wonders in any field of application. I'm not too surprised to see our clients return time and again for more and more. Shall be doomed to create nothing but your wondrous powder for the rest of your living years. Lest you think that a jest, I would have you realize the sheer range of practical uses for this material. It is found in the manufacture of glass, the treatment of wool, and even the mixing bowls of culinarians. Though alchemy is required to produce natron, the substance is of far greater value to many other disciplines, including embalming, as is what's used to prepare bodies for mummification. In this way, the benefits of alchemy find their way into every facet of civilized life. The era when we alchemists were branded as crazed heretics is now all but a forgotten page in the history books. Not that I'm overly concerned with such opinions. The current attitude of acceptance merely allows me to continue my research with relative freedom. You understand? The manner in which my work might eventually be put to use is of little interest in compared to the results themselves. I do not seek to contribute to the well-being of society, nor amass a glittering fortune overnight. No, my entire being is towards the one thing only. Soon I will have one last task for you to perform. Once done, I shall permit you to assist me during my ascent to the absolute pinnacle of alchemy. Well, he's certainly ambitious. Can't fault him for that. Alright. What's next? So just checked on alchemy. We're done with baking. Is it just Weaver? Yep. So let's switch over to Weaver. Make sure it's got the best gear equipped. Go do that quest. Okay, I am way too warm right now. Jesus. You'd think it would get colder when it gets to nighttime. For some reason, it's just so warm in this room. Which again is also weird because I'm on the side of a house that faces away from the sun at night. Or not at night, towards sun in the afternoon. Greetings, Arbert. If you've the time to spare, there's a task I would like to assign you. Warbrook has requested your services once more. It seems his previous attempt to rule Kokomo met with disastrous results, as I predicted. It would be best if he told you the rest. Now roll along, you know where to find him. I think if we would combine the outfit items I made from previously together, we probably would have better results. So we're made from a nice pair of shoes, a nice trousers. What was missing really is a nice shirt, maybe a hat. No, the hat that he wore last time didn't really nice. Hey there, Albert. So what did Big Rose tell you? The brass face chased me all over town? It wasn't that bad. The Kokomo's pa did run me off, calling me a disgusting pervert and whatnot. But I had given up on her and no sir. Something else with darling Kokomo. See, one day I was making delivery to a Bubble Rice shop, when these two boys walked in and started hassling the customers and staff. So I confronted the youngins, and he gets a little heated. Long story short, I had to make a move. I'm a little roughed up at this point, as you might expect. But here comes Kokomo, all grace and slender, thanking me for what I've done. And when our eyes meet, I suddenly realize I can't hear a word she's saying. My heart's pounding harder and fiercer than a hammer's. Till then, she was just a nice girl helping her father. Then she had to go and look at me like that and die. I wanted to say something, but my words left me that day. I can do it. I just need to do it properly, like a gentleman. I told her to make to the more. I'm thinking the more conservative approach is in order. If I wore, say, a quality linen shirt, it should show that I'm a responsible, respectable man. I'll make you at the guild for the fitting and usual, am I right? Okay, good call. Don't think I have the... Okay, I have at least one ingredient. I will need to make more owl goat leather. I don't know if I can, so I'm not sure if I have enough. I thought so. Alright, we're gonna have to go get owl goat skin before we can continue. Which class is the lowest fighting class right now? It's like Paladin or Dragoon are closest to level yet. I think if I read correctly, the creature I need is located near Camp Drybone. Where all the story mode stuff content is, but that will wait for another time. Algo horn there. I need to get Algo's skin. Which you'd think you'd be able to get off a lot of them, no Still no skin. There we go. I think we got enough to work with. Nail workouts when I need the next part of that. How about skin? Yeah. 2 aluminum. Which is white mineral used by leather wicks is 10 animal hides. It also has daily rising properties. One down, 1 to go. I just hate when I get the excellence at the wrong moment. This is the right moment. Well, wrong moment really, because we're going to get it. Alright, so we got the algo leather. Now, next thing we need is some undyed linen, for which we need 2 linen yarn, for which we need flax, which render ray has put together. Let me just double check how much we need. We need 1 undyed hide, which is 2 linen yarn, between 2 flags. Go. We got the 2 high quality yarns. I think that's everything we need. I wonder how we'll mess up this time. I hope he doesn't. It is starting to get tiresome. And this guy who really wants to date somebody well-to-do keeps not listening when we try to offer fashion advice. Have you made your clients a shirt yet? You seem quite eager to try it on. I don't think we can all agree this is far more appropriate than a leather harness. Oh, this is perfect. I never knew fancy clothes could be so comfortable. Sir, could you please explain how you chose those other garments? Well, the hat belongs to a goldsmith, I know. Says it makes him look smarter and whatnot. Subligator is a courtesy of another miner. He reckons that men will work of mines all flaunt or chisel bodies. Like this, and the trousers are overrated. The gauntlets and boots are the best-selling wares in Armor's friend's shop. A bit gaudy if you ask me, but if everyone else thinks I'm fashionable, who am I to tell them different? Impressive, ain't it? You don't have to tell me, I can see you think the same. Gods, I've been such a fool. I should have asked my mates for advice from the start. No! Sir, I say, sir! How can he be so blind? It absolutely, totally, in all other ways, inconceivable. He's hopeless, utterly hopeless. If he just wore the items we made him, like, we've made him pants, we've made him shoes, we've made him a shirt that would all go together really well. Pardon, I don't know what came over, if you excuse me. Nah, I understand your frustration. We have essentially made him a full outfit that will be perfect because we're all pieces together. But he just refuses to listen to sense and reason. Alright. How are we doing now? Alright, just caught up. Caught up, caught up. Caught up. Caught up. Caught up. Caught up. So now it's just discipline of land. For which we just need to do a minor quest and then we're all caught up on all quests that we have available to us at this time. Obviously, at some point, I will do more leave quests, and that will unlock even more, but that will be for... those ones will be for next time. Right now, I want to finish this one last quest, and then we'll call it for the day. I'm sorry, I feel like I really need to sleep. Alright. This evening, Albert, you'll be pleased to know that Reuter was deeply impressed with the obsidian duffer. More so than that, he was impressed that you bested White Gully in the contest. It's a reminder who can outdo the vice foreman's own son. Lest you wonder, I knew full well who White Gully's father was when I tried to pair you both up. I also know for a fact that he has his sights on my position. There's some who whisper in my ear that I should expel him from the guild. I can't help but think that's short-sighted. After all, it's hardly a crime to want to be guild master. What's more, White Gully is a tremendously gifted miner, and I'm not in the business of punishing excellence. To be sure, I'm still better overall. I'm not above admitting there are certain areas in which he's more knowledgeable. I'll tell you this because you'll need to speak with him again for your next task. Okay? You received an order for 20 raw amethysts, you see, and none among us know more about the stones than he does. I realize you didn't exactly get off on the right foot with White Gully. Two of you are guildmates, and guildmates help one another no matter their differences. Strolling on over, bold as you please, after humiliating me the other day, with some gall adventure. I know why you're here. I heard about the order for raw amethysts too. Now you're wondering where to find them, and you're after my hard-earned knowledge. Well, I'll gladly share it with you. Why so obliging us? Because the knowledge ain't gonna worth a damn to you, that's why. File them all in the student carry near Hopeseed Pond over in Central Shroud. The problem has to do with the beasties inhabiting the place more than aught else. Lindworms, stropers, sprites, I hear tell even jaded jollies made her home there. Even Ralma would have trouble taking a stroll through that neck of the woods, let alone upon an adventure playing at miner. I expect to see you back here with 20 hairs where I had lost 20 of them stones. Wow. That is so rude. Wait a minute. We have 2 in inventory. How about? Let's get over there and get the quest. It's an easy enough one. He clearly thinks I'm not stealthy enough to manage it, but I am. And we've got out this before, so it's not like this is anything new for us. The fact that this route is just a valid route and they built like the entire little staircase thing around the idea that it is a valid route. Also, that's one of the few quests that actually mentions a fate boss. So, that's interesting. That's 6 amethyst. And the lemon. the rate we're going, we'll have them all in just the 4 that we need to go to. Yep. Just one more spot and we'll have it all. I guess I could always wrap up the stream after I do the leave quest that I have. You'll find your rhymes near about Hope's Tomb. You already got them all. Bugger, you mind these amateurs? Can't believe you made it past all the nasty creatures. Though it might be at this time I stop being so surprised. Goddamn adventurers come through more often than I care to admit. Anyway, it's one thing to find the amethysts. What do you even know all about them? Their properties, what they represent? But, well, here's a free lesson. Amethysts are the lightning aspect of gemstones. Prized as embodiments of calmness, decisiveness, and intuition. Coming back with such a large haul of them, it would seem you've got all these things. I might have been hasty to pass judgment. The more I see you work, the more I see why the Guildmaster is so fond of you. I never imagined an adventure would give me my toughest competition. I was learned better than that. Oh dear, bit of my dinner tried to come back up there. I definitely need to get a drink after that. Anyways, take every adventure seriously. Seems I'll have to redouble my efforts on to secure my place as the best in the business. Don't you worry about the precious amethysts you brought. I'll see them safe to the guild's stores. I look forward to our next contest adventure. That's when I'll drive the pickaxe home that I am the better miner. I mean, you can try. They won't succeed, but you can try. Alright. Okay, so with that done, all that's left really would be to do these 3 allowances to try and level up probably Leather Worker, but as that requires me to go somewhere specific, I think I'd rather just stop for the day and do it another time. So yeah, I think that's a good place to stop for now. Next time around we will... I'll probably start the video by doing whichever quest I unlock by doing the remaining... by leveling up Leather Worker. Maybe I can level up other things too, but I mainly want to level up the things that are going to get me the ability to craft and desynthesize the most stuff. And Leather Worker definitely helps with that. But yeah, doing all that, we'll just have to wait for next time. So, until then, as always, I've been Sparks, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. See yas!